So today is a fun video. I've wanted to make this video ever since I started getting tattoos. And now I have 15, so I figured it might be a good time to do a little tattoo tour. So I think I'm gonna start with my very first ones, like try to go in order, because I think that'll be fun. Some of them I'll have to insert like pictures because it's kind of hard to show them, or I'll have like a little bit of B-roll of me showing my tattoo while I'm talking about it. The first one that I'll start talking about is another one that I'm gonna put a picture right here. This one was my very first tattoo that I ever got. It was a spontaneous decision, honestly. I had a friend that was going to get one, and I had already like really wanted one for a really long time, and so they invited me to go with her, and I said yes. And at this time in my life, I wasn't allowed to get tattoos. My parents, my parental figures, they didn't want me to get tattoos, and they would manipulate me by saying, oh, well, if you get a tattoo, if you do these things, get piercings, then we're not gonna help you with your college. And at the time, like, I was just getting really fed up with it. I wanted to be able to do my own thing and like live my own life. So I just decided to get one, and then I was gonna tell them when my semester was over, because it was near the end of the school year anyway. So this was actually a design done by an artist, and I'll link I'll put his name on the screen. I just don't remember it right now. But I messaged them and I asked if I could use this design as a tattoo, and he said, yeah, just please like make a donation to my whatever Patreon, I think it was. And I did, and then I was able to use it, and I wore the wrong thing at this tattoo appointment. It is on my hip, and I wore a thong and a dress, and the whole waiting room could see my ass. It was not well thought out, okay? My outfit was not well thought out. It was my first ever tattoo. I thought that wearing a dress would make it easier, and I don't even know why I was wearing a thong that day, if I'm being honest. I don't know. So yeah, that was my very first one. My second one was my chest one. So here, we'll tilt this down just a bit so you can see. Obviously, you're not gonna be able to see the whole thing because it goes down pretty far. But basically, it's a triangle with some cherry blossoms and a little bumblebee on it. And yeah, that's what's on it, that's it. This tattoo, it was kind of a ballsy move getting a sternum tattoo. It was my second ever tattoo. And my tattoo artist was actually like not super comfy with it. It was because she was still an apprentice, and this was her first ever sternum tattoo. And so she was kind of like, are you sure you want me to do it? And I was like, yes, I want you to do it. This was actually supposed to be a goldfish, and then I had like a come to Jesus moment, and I was like, I don't want a goldfish on my chest for the rest of my life. So we ended up getting flowers instead. My third one is gonna be a little bit harder to show yet. And it is right here. It says azer, which is a Hebrew word for helper or helpmate. It has like a Christian meaning, and it was basically to remind myself to work together in a relationship with someone else, because a lot of the time I just like compete with that person to be the best partner. So that's why I got that one. The fourth one that I got was this armband right here. And I'll show a little bit better clip of this because it's really hard to see. I keep hiccuping, sorry. It's got hawthorn berries, or is it hawthorn flowers? I think it's hawthorn berries and flowers. And it says perfect peace. It's another Bible reference of a verse that I used to like a lot, and it still holds a lot of meaning. This one was probably like one of the most painful ones because it was also an apprentice that did this one, so it took just a little bit longer for this one to get done. So I was pretty sore by the end of it. I don't know if I remember what the next one is, so I'm just gonna do the leg ones, and there won't be in any particular order, I guess. So the very first one that I'll show you is gonna be on the side of my leg right here. It's this little potion bottle. It has a little tiny number 13 that you can't read anymore, but this was a Friday the 13th tattoo. It was like a $30 tattoo. I went with my best friend Jeremiah, and he got a sparrow and I got this one. And yeah, it's my only black and white tattoo. So this was actually supposed to be a tattoo for my mom. It was supposed to be a little teacup, a purple teacup that said anxiety, because we both have anxiety, even though she's in denial. But the day before, I had already like put my deposit in, and she just threw a fit and was like, I don't want you getting that. She had my grandma text me to try to convince me to not get it. I was like, I don't think you understand how a deposit works. So I ended up going in. Jessica and I, she's the one that did these two, we're pretty good friends at this point, and I was like, hey, I know I like picked out that design. My mom like threw a fit, got my grandma involved. Is there any way that we can do like a mystery tattoo? So I did not see this tattoo until it was totally done. And it was actually a piece of flash that I really liked and had really wanted anyway. And then when I got home, my parents made fun of me for this tattoo that I got. So there was really no winning, and I should have just gotten what I wanted, but I ended up getting a really cool tattoo, and it's a really fun memory because it was literally mystery and I didn't know what it was. So yeah, that's a good memory. This tattoo was another flash piece that I got done in Chicago. The artist, I will also put their name on the screen in case, their name is Elliot Atlas on Instagram. I had my eye on this one for a really, really long time, and it was a flash piece, and they were also still an apprentice, I believe, so it was a discounted rate. And I just really liked getting tattoos by apprentices because there's just so much potential there, and I just like loved it. I loved getting to know them, I loved being their friend, I loved being a repeat client until, you know, they were a fully licensed tattoo artist or however that works. So yeah, I got this one. My friend Jeremiah went with me to get this one as well. And it was probably one of the least painful ones because it's on that really meaty part of your leg. So it was a very comfy tattoo to get. This was actually supposed to be a Greek vase, and then I changed my mind because I was like, I don't know if I want a vase on my leg. The meaning was that I had gone to Greece and I hadn't gotten a Greece tattoo yet. I was like, I can think of something better. So I asked for this design instead. It was another flash piece, and it's beautiful. I love it. I went to Grand Rapids to get this one. It reminds me of Persephone and Hades with the pomegranate and stuff, so I really like that. It still kind of ties into Greek mythology. So this next one is a funny story. I actually told my parents that I was going to visit my best friend, and I went and got this tattoo instead. I was probably not the most easy child to raise. I'm sorry, it's fine. It's also a flash piece. Pretty much all of these are flash pieces. The only ones that are custom designs are my chest, my armband, my rib tattoo, the little one. Okay, actually I have a lot of custom drawn ones. This one I got in Novi, Michigan. It's a girl with like planets in her hair. It's one of the ones that was done by a apprentice as well, so I need to go back in at some point and get it touched up because the black in the hair is it wasn't fully saturated in some parts, so I just have to go in and get that little area touched up. It could also be that my skin didn't hold the ink very well. There's lots of different reasons. Let's go back inside. So the next one that you're going to see is my shoulder sleeve. It was just retouched, so that's why it's a little bit scabby, but it is a Lady Justice. There's also cat hair in it where the sticker is still kind of sticky. Rita wanted to say hi. I wanted a woman of color instead of like the typical Greek looking European person. It's got a shield, and probably my favorite part is this sword. It just looks so cool, but the berries are also really cool. Like actually they're olives, they're not berries. I'm just a very justice driven person. Anytime I see anything that's not fair, I like get so upset and so heated. So that's why I have that one. This is the next one. This is a red dragon tattoo. It was probably one of the most painful ones. Had a last minute opening, so I asked if I could get a custom drawn red dragon design because she had done a couple of those before and they had turned out amazing. So I said, I want one of those. Then there's one more that is in a different, like a place that is hard to see, and I probably wouldn't show this one to anyone anyway, but it's just a little rose, very basic. That one is on like my hip area, kind of in a similar place to where the Disney castle is. And then my last one, it's supposed to complement this one since it's red. This is a blue sword that I got. I actually vlogged getting this tattoo. I got this one from the same person that did my shoulder, and it's a little bit peely right now because it's still healing a bit, but this is just basically another flash piece that she had available. She had lots of flash pieces available, but I had recently made a joke to Stacy about checking for daggers because when we hold hands we go like that to like check. And so I ended up getting it, and I think it looks really cool, like the blue and the red on opposite sides. So dope. It's amazing. So I think that's all of them. This one, that one. Oh, I did forget one. I forgot this little guy. This is one that I got when I was in Nashville, Tennessee. I had wanted to get a tattoo while we were there, but I was like, I don't think it's gonna happen because all the places that I was calling, they either didn't answer or they didn't have any walk-ins. And we happened to park right next to this place called like Red Rooster Tattoo or something like that. And I did a walk-in and I got this little match because I'd really wanted a match for a while. It was supposed to be for Matthew 5, let your light so shine, that Bible verse, and I was gonna get salt on this one, but I'm not really that religious anymore, so I probably won't. But it's still a really cool tattoo that I always forget that I have until I'm like driving or something. I have a lot of like small little tattoos, like the rib one and stuff, so I always kind of forget about those, but I'm pretty sure that I got all of them. So that is all 15 of my tattoos. I really enjoyed getting all of them. I love getting tattooed. I just like love the smell. I love meeting new people, talking to the artists, you know, the process of like the art going on your skin. I'm not an artistic person, like drawing wise. So like to me, it's the most amazing thing to like have somebody else's art on me. Jesus! Rita nearly just wiped out and knocked the camera over. Oh my goodness, that was so scary. Yeah, that's the end of this video. Like I said, I'll probably put some better clips of the tattoos into this video, post-edit, so that you can really see them in all their glory. And let me know what your favorite tattoo is in the comments, and when you got it, why you got it, because I really love those stories. A lot of the tattoos, I feel like I don't really have a meaning for them. At a certain point, you just like, you don't really think that much into it anymore. Like you don't think too deep into your tattoos. Like in the beginning I was like, oh, I have to like make sure that every single element of my tattoo has a meaning. Like my chest one, I was like, oh, cherry blossoms mean a happy life. And it's like, it doesn't need to be that deep, okay? Like it does not need to be that deep. You can just get stuff that you want to get because you want to get it. And that's something that I learned as I matured and grew as a person. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing all this beautiful art that other people have created, because I know I do. And until next time, peace.